Motorcycles don't have training wheels, Dave. You're just gonna have to stick to your bicycle for a while longer, like another 10 years. Welcome back to Long Way Home, everyone. The place where getting your motorcycle news is easier than trying to understand why this Romanian sounds like a South African, but not by much. Honda has just updated almost its entire lineup for 2021, and while today we'll be concentrating on the popular NC750X commuter bike, one thing is for certain, unfortunately, and that is that we will not be seeing a baby Africa twin this year. But quite impressive updates for the NC750X, so stick around while we go into detail. The changes to the 750X have been quite extensive for 2021. Honda definitely hasn't played around. It seems like they want to keep this bike as a great all-round on-road commuter only, since they've dropped the suspension to the point where taking it off-road is not a good idea. Not like a lot of people were taking these bikes off-road anyway. The 745cc twin engine for 2021 is now Euro 5 compliant and has had a minor boost in power, producing 58 horsepower instead of the 54 on the outgoing model. And I know what you're thinking, 58 horsepower from a 750cc engine sounds quite unimpressive, but remember, this engine was never designed for all-out power. Torque and efficiency are the idea here, and with 3 liters per 100 kilometers or 80 miles per gallon, Honda has definitely achieved that. The gearbox has also been modified, with first, second and third gears being shorter than last year for better acceleration, and fourth, fifth and sixth having longer ratios for better economy. A small tweak which should make this bike a lot more fun to ride. An automatic gearbox, or DCT as Honda calls it, is also available, but the news for 2021 is that they've added a ride-by-wire system, which means different riding modes, better traction control and better automatic gear changes. 3 riding modes are available: rain, standard and sport, with a 4th customizable one where you can tune the traction control, throttle response and gear shift. Suspension on the NC750X has been modified as well by Honda, chopping it down considerably. Both the front and the rear lose around 30mm of suspension travel, leaving you with just 120mm or 4.7 inches. This was in response to Honda figuring out that not a lot of people were taking these bikes off-road, and the resulting drop in seat height is a better decision. Weight-wise, the 750X has shed quite a bit of it. Fueled up, it now sits at a respectable 214 kilograms or 472 pounds, and this is thanks to the lighter engine and the redesigned chassis, which, even though it looks the same, now has varying thicknesses for the frame tubes. In creature comfort world, Honda has repositioned the battery, which in turn increased the size for the storage compartment that is positioned where a normal fuel tank would be, can now fit 23 liters, and thanks to its new shape can also handle a full face helmet with no problem. Oh, and there's a USB port in there as well. Welcome to 2020. Up front, the instrument panel is now a large LCD, all the lighting around the bike has been redesigned and is now LED, the windshield is larger and some of the body panels have been tweaked to make the bike look more modern, and in my opinion, Honda has nailed it. Compared to the outgoing model, the new one definitely looks a lot sleeker. The NC750X comes available in 4 different color schemes: blue, black, white or red. No official word on pricing or availability from Honda yet, but I don't expect the price to change at all, and this bike has to be on dealership floors by the end of the year, so we should see it sooner rather than later. We'll go through the changes for Honda's other models in future videos, so make sure you are subscribed to catch those, but in the meantime, do you think Honda has done a good job with the 2021 NC750X, or were you expecting something else? Let us know in the comments below. In my opinion, it was quite a ballsy move on their part, dropping the suspension so much, basically declaring this is a street-only bike, but at the same time, this can be great news in disguise, maybe paving the way for a baby Africa twin sooner rather than later. Well, that's the show for today, everyone. If you've enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up, and if you think you've learned something new, consider subscribing or becoming one of our patrons to help us make more of these shows. Cheers, and I'll see you on the next one.